Now let's talk about another script to delete old files. Now this is a definite script that everyone might have experienced or will be experiencing it if you are becoming a system administrator or becoming a Linux or taking over a Linux job. So you have a system, and um, as you know, this when you build a system, so many people log in, so many program runs, so many logs get created. As the system ages, over time, it creates a lot of files. When a lot of files are created, there is no mechanism inside unless you enable a couple of other services to delete older files. So what happens if you don't delete those old files? Well, it will fill up your disk space. And once the disk space is full, your system will become unresponsive. So it is very important for all the system engineers or administrators to actually keep an eye on all the old files and that are no longer in use. So in this lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to create a script from scratch that will delete all the files for a specified number of days or years or whichever that is being specified in the script. And what are we going to do actually? First, we're going to create files with all the timestamp, because in my system is fairly new, and most likely the system you are working on is also new. So maybe you don't have older files, so you would have to create files with the older timestamps. So we could try out our newer script. Then we're gonna find and delete those files that are older than 90 days. Why pick 90 days? It doesn't really matter. You could pick 100 days, 80 days, whichever days that you like. But in a general standard is that most of the time people want to get rid of all the files older than 3 months. And then we're gonna find another way or another script which will find and rename old files. So if instead of deleting it, what you could do is you could find older files, let's say older than 90 days, and instead of deleting it, how can we just rename it and rename it like .old or .archive or whatever that you want to rename. So you need a script for that too. So these are the type of scripts that we'll work on in this lesson. I will go straight into my Linux machine. Okay, I have it open through my PuTTY session. I am logged in as myself, and I am in home IFSol PS directory. PS directory is something that I previously created, stands for professional scripts. Anyway, you could pick any directory as I mentioned earlier. So now we are in this directory, and when you do ls-ltr, you'll notice that I do not have any file older than August 27th, which is not 3 months old. So for me to test my script on the older files, I would have to create some files that will with all the timestamps. Well, can you do it? Yes, you could do it. You could do it with a touch command, and the format for that is touch with -d option, and you specify the time, let's say Thursday, um, Thursday, comma 1st March 2018, 12:30 a.m. and create a file called, let's call it A. Okay, so now the file is created. Let's verify it if it is created with the older timestamp. Yes, you see I did ls-ltr, and this option with ls-ltr, it will give me all my files in the timely order. So the most recent one is created at the bottom and the oldest one is at the top. So if you see the top one is this one, it is created on March 1st. So March 1st is a lot older. I created that. So now I wanted to create, just like that, I want to create other files as well. So I'll create B, I'll create C, I'll create D. I'll create 4 files. So this way, when I run the script, it will find all these commands, all these files, and execute it. Now let's create our script to delete it. So first thing is to find it, first of all, every time you need to create a script, it's better that you run that command so it will work in the script. So do find path to where you're finding it. So I'm gonna find it in this path, which is right here. So find in this path with time, modify time plus 90, and then once it finds them, then what do you want to do? You want to execute a command, and I just wanted to see the listing of it, so I'll do ls minus l of what returns, and what is returned is specified with curly braces, open curly braces, close, space, backslash, and colon. This is just a standard way to find files. It's not something fancy that is only written in script. It's just a simple command. Even you search online, you will find the exact same commands. So once I run this command, you will see I will find all the files that are created 3 months ago. And you see it found 4 files, right? Perfect. So now I will create a script that will do exactly the same thing, and I don't have to actually run it manually. I'll just cron tab that job, and it will run on a schedule basis. So if I do vi and I will put delete old files. This is the name of my script. I will hit enter. And you know here what you need to do is bin bash, and the author Imran Afzal, date 08/08/2020. Description, very important. This script will delete delete files older than 90 days. Perfect. Modified. Do we need to worry about it? Not really at this time because you're creating for the first time. Okay, perfect. Now this is the description and the shell that's defined. I'm gonna right click, which I copied that same exact file earlier, and now just save it. Give executable permission to my script, which is delete all files. Let's check. Yes, the file is there. Now when I run it, delete all file, and you'll see it is giving me all the old files. Now I want to delete them. So to delete them, you vi the script again, and instead of execute ls, you just do rm, delete those files that are returned. So now when I run it, delete all files, and it gave me my prompt back. It means it ran. So when you do ls minus ltr, you'll see all those files that I had earlier, A, B, C, D, E, all of them are gone. Right? So that's how you create a script that will delete all files. Now, what if you just wanted to rename it? Let's try the same script. And this time I'm just going to say move delete all files to rename all files. So now it has renamed, so I'm going to change it to rename all files. And this time what I'm going to do is I want, once that those files are found, I want to move whatever is returned to return name dot old. So this is going to find and move whatever it find to the name of the find with dot old extension. You copy and paste. Now first, before I run it, I want to create those files that I created earlier. So I'm going to hit up arrow key, because up arrow key remembers all the commands that I ran previously. Okay, so this is the one, D, C, B, and A. Let's verify it. Let's do ls minus ltr, and you'll see all the files are there. Now, when I run this updated script, it should update the name of these files from D to D.old, C.old, B.old, and A.old. Let's do rename all files. And it ran. Let's verify it. You see? A, B, C, D.old. So this is about the script. Again, it's an everyday script that you're going to be using it. It's a real life example script. You need to know that. You need to know how to delete old files or rename it or whatever that you're trying to do with the files. It will do it for you. So try it out yourself. I am going to include the instructions that we just followed in the lecture's text in the same lesson. You'll find it. You could copy paste or you could start from scratch.